not a 200-pound girl, I'm 140. Hi everyone, I am gonna be talking about something that's quite important today. It isn't exactly the lightest of subjects. It's about how I am losing weight at the moment. This is why I need to lose a bit of weight. When I was 21 years old, I got an office job and suddenly I started packing on the weight. I'd packed on a little bit towards the end of university. Till my third year of uni, I'd been about 10 stone for 10 years. From the ages of 11 to 20, I was about 10 stone. When I was about 21, I started putting on a bit of weight and I got up to 12 stone. Then, when I came to Canada last year, I managed to get to 40.5 stone. That was a problem because I was not only overweight, I was obese. Technically, I still am obese. Something needs to be done. This is a drastic time and it's calling for a drastic measure. I'm doing intermittent fasting because I've found in the past that's worked for me, and I'm just trying to reset how I think about my eating patterns, how I go about having my meals. For the past few months, I've been doing something that I've never done before, which is eating a lot of sugar and sweet things, which is not my usual. I've never really had a sweet tooth. I'll occasionally have a pudding or something. Sweets, they're not my thing. My thing is like carbs, pizza, pasties, crisps, pie, cheese. Since I moved to Canada, there's just such an abundance of sweet stuff, junk food everywhere, even though they are healthier than America. I find Britain's maybe a little bit healthier and it's a little bit easier to stay healthy there. Don't ask me why, maybe it's just because I'm used to it, and then you come to a foreign country, your whole life's a mess and like you're trying to sort yourself out. That's the last thing you're going to be thinking about, basically, your food. I've been eating out a lot more as well since I got to Canada, and this is one of the reasons I gained quite a bit of weight. Portions here are huge. Stuff in it is packed with all sorts of stuff. If you've grown up here, it's probably a little bit easier to deal with it because you're kind of used to not eating the full thing and getting it to go and getting a doggy bag or whatever. I never really did that until I moved here. Like, I never really thought to be like, oh, like in a restaurant, oh, can I get a doggy bag? Like, I'd even eat the full thing or I just wouldn't eat it. Maybe that's a cultural thing. If you've lived here, you kind of can tell what's going to make you fat and what isn't. That's the point I'm trying to make. At the moment, I'm doing intermittent fasting. All day, I don't eat. And I can do that. That's never been a problem for me. I used to just skip breakfast, sometimes I'd skip lunch, and then I would just, you know, have a nice tea and just eat whatever I want for my dinner. And that would be enough for me. And I did that for quite a few years. I never really used to snack throughout the day. If I did have something, it might be like a Diet Coke, which I've stopped drinking as well. And I used to just have chewing gum all day. But I'd be at school or I'd be at uni, so I'd be sort of like walking around, going to the gym, out and about, socialising. So it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm sat on my ass all day, not moving, just absolutely sedentary. It's a real lifestyle shift when you leave education. Yeah, it's kind of getting out those bad habits as well as compensating for the fact that you sat down all day. You may need to eat a little bit less than you did before, or just try and up your exercise as well. But I think honestly, like, eating less is probably quite helpful. I have been eating basically just dinner. If I feel thin, I'm not gonna make myself pass out, but I will have something that's gonna just curb my hunger. It's not gonna be like I'm eating for pleasure. I'm not gonna go out and buy a pizza if it gets to, you know, day 3 of intermittent fasting and I'm like absolutely starving hungry. I'm not gonna go out and get a pizza. I'm gonna have a small salad with, you know, carefully weighed and counted out bit of tuna or chicken or something like that. It's going to be something that's going to stop me from feeling like a bit dizzy or whatever. It's going to curb my appetite. It's not going to be just right, well, I'm hungry, I might as well eat whatever and then just fall off the wagon. I am deadly serious about it at the moment. I am not going to spend the rest of my life being, you know, near enough 200 pounds. I'm not a 200 pound girl. I'm a 140 pound lass for most of my life. That's how I've always been, and then suddenly I've gone into like this curvier person's body. People treat you differently, and I'm not used to that. I'm not used to not having attention from men. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not used to not getting, you know, lads coming up to me and stuff, which, you know, has decreased since I've put on weight. Guys don't approach me as much anymore. They don't think, you know, it's just, it's not anyone's fault apart from mine. It's just basic biology. You're just attracted to what you're attracted to, and most people aren't attracted to larger people. So I did find when I lost a bit of weight last year, as soon as I got down to about, you know, back into the 12 stone range, the attention started coming back. Just like that. And it's so weird how you don't really see yourself getting fat. You sort of just go along and you look at the scale and you think, oh, I don't look that bad. I feel like sometimes I've got the opposite of body dysmorphia. You know, how the usual sort of stereotype of body dysmorphia is when you are a very thin girl and you see yourself as fat. But I think I honestly put on weight and I don't see myself getting fat. That's actually something Anna Nicole Smith said in an interview with Jay Leno, I believe.
And I didn't see myself getting fat. I didn't. And you know, and then, you know, of course you hear all these fat jokes and stuff, and then it's like, oh, whatever, you know.
So what was the motivation? What was the day?
She was about, well, she didn't say how much she weighed, but that woman was about 6 foot, and she looked large, and I'm gonna say she was probably well over 200 pounds. Obviously, she was well over 200 pounds, but she was, you know, maybe like 240 or something. She got back down, I'm not sure how much she weighed, but she got very thin again. She got thinner than she was in her guest days, which was when she had her full modelling career. So in about 2004, she managed to like lose all that weight. She said she lost 69 pounds. Yeah, she didn't see herself getting fat. I feel like I've had that too. I just don't see it happening. I'll say not to do this, but I'm gonna judge how I look from the scales because I can't tell. I'm gonna see how long I can do this until I get back down to 10 stone, and that's gonna be my base point. That's gonna be when I'm like, right, I'm content. I could keep going. Even 10 stone is not rake thin. 10 stone is a normal weight. I might take it, you know, a little bit further. Honestly, people can be 125 pounds, and that is what I consider that very slim. And I'd like to be very slim, but no lower than that. No, never lower than 125. That will be a test to see if I even suit that frame. I'd like to get down to about 125. I just think, you know, you want to try things once in your life, you might as well just go for it. I feel like that would make me quite happy. I feel like that would give me more confidence, and, you know, I'd feel more attractive, feel better within myself. I could, you know, do fashion stuff, which is a big part of it. I love fashion, and most of the time I'm just wearing black, like I am today. I'm just like all in, well, I've got my lumberjack shirt on, but I'd like to experiment a bit more with fashion and be able to wear sort of like higher fashion things before I get a bit too old to wear that kind of stuff. You know, I'm 24 at the moment. I've got quite a few years left in me to wear like fabulous stuff. And I know you can be fabulous forever, but there's only so long you can dress in Forever 21. I'd like to get back into wearing sort of Instagrammy looking clothes and things like that. So yeah, that's why I'm losing weight. I just want to make myself happier, and I feel like I've made enough excuses over the years, and it's actually not as difficult as it seems. When I put my mind to it, and when I'm in the right headspace, and when I'm, you know, vocal about it, and I'm on point, and I'm focused, that's when I lose it, and I can definitely do it, and I'm going to do it. This is my weight loss journey, and I'd like you to be a part of it. I'm going to be documenting my weight loss. It might not be daily uploads. It might even, you know, span occasionally a week or so here. But I'm gonna do it, and I want you to come with me. So, let's watch me shrink together. Okay, so one of the things about intermittent fasting, you kind of get a bit tired, a little bit quick. I'm really, really tired. And my stomach's out. I want to go to bed. It's only 7:30. So just be prepared for that if you're doing intermittent fasting. Always remember, if you feel thin or you feel dizzy or you feel unwell in any way, eat something. Please eat something. I do what I need to do for my body, and I listen to my body, and that's how I lose weight. Like, if I was absolutely desperate for something, I'd eat something. I'm not gonna just sit here and starve myself. Intermittent fasting is doing its job. I can feel it. I'm like out of breath. Hi, I'm also been on a bender for about 4 days. I've been kind of like drinking a lot this week because there's just been like non-stop parties. I've got exactly a month left till I move back to the UK. Trying to make the most of seeing my friends here and partying and stuff. Like, I'll be back, I'll move back, but I need to go home first and get my work experience. I think I'm gonna do a whole video on the situation with that. Yeah, I thought before I go back, I wanna make sure I look absolutely banging and just, you know, prepare to go home for a little while, and then when I come back, hopefully I'll have kept the weight off. We're doing it. We're gonna get thin. We're gonna do it before we go home. Okay, so I am fasting, but I have a rule that if I feel like I'm gonna pass out, it's probably time to eat a little something something. I'm having a chicken salad right now. I've put 2 tablespoons of light ranch sauce, which equals 100 calories. The chicken is like in a tin, and half a tin is 45, 90 calories. Call it 200 calories, and then a bit of spinach, which, you know, I'm not counting spinach. It's quite good that I'm having this because I felt a little bit faint. Then I've just got a venti dark roast with non-fat milk. Negligible. It's good to be trying to do the intermittent fasting and hitting it with about, you know, 90% accuracy. And that's a lot of it. Like, just hit it as much as you can, but if you feel like you're gonna die, it's probably time to eat a salad. It was nice. I've got barbecue this afternoon in about 15 minutes. I'm just gonna quickly have this, and then when I go down to the barbecue, hopefully I'll be full and I won't eat anything down there. I am gonna have a couple of alcoholic beverages. What I've done is I've got some sparkling flavored water, just a little bit of vodka, so I'm gonna just mix that together, and that won't be too much of a calorie nightmare. And I think once I've had my meal tonight, my 1 meal a day, I think I'm gonna probably hit the gym, and I'm gonna just make sure that my deficit is on point. You know, guys, you've just got to try and find something that works most of the time for you, and intermittent fasting works most of the time for me. But every few days or so, I gotta have a meal in between, like something very light, like a salad. Just make sure you don't die, just be safe. I just got a message from my friend Trevor, who was hosting the barbecue, saying, yo, 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 I got burgers, I got sausages. I know you love sausage. Thanks, Trevor. Hello! So, if you are wondering what you can eat, this is what I eat when I do it. You don't have to go crazy, you don't have to cut calories too much. I wouldn't even worry about calories. I count them because, like, I know how much it takes to go into my body for me to lose weight. You can eat a decent sized meal and you can still lose weight. As long as you're not going completely overboard and you're getting a good mix of like vegetables and stuff in there, you're fine. But I'm gonna show you just an example of something that I eat when I'm doing intermittent fasting. Without further ado, let's get into it. So as you can see here, I've got a vegetable pizza, and yeah, guys, you can still eat pizza when you're doing intermittent fasting. So as well as that, I've also got this ranch, which is not the healthiest thing in the world, but when it's only 50 calories per tablespoon, you can make this work. We want to get some greens in there because otherwise you're going to lose a lot of vitamins and things, but I've got this big old bag of spinach, and I will make sure that I put a big old portion of this on there so it keeps you full and makes you feel good. And if you don't know, this is one of the pizzas that I eat. I sometimes also get the vegan pizzas by Dr. Oetker, but Dr. Oetker is generally pretty good. And honestly, like, these kind of pizzas are way better than getting a takeaway. Did you know a large Brooklyn pepperoni pizza from Domino's has over 2,000 calories in it? That, like, over 2,000 calories is more than you should be eating in a day. So you could just eat that pizza and you would still be way over the calories you should be eating in one day. So think about the sides on top of that, or the dips, or the Coke, or whatever you're getting with it. It's really, really bad for you, and I would attribute a lot of that to my weight gain. So if you're gonna eat pizza, if you're a pizza addict, go back to shop-bought pizzas. They do the same thing, they deliver the same effect, and you're gonna not feel deprived, and you're not gonna gain a hell of a lot of weight. I also always make sure I have a nice cup of tea, and I just pop some low-fat milk in there. 0% milk, so negligible calories. I'm also going to grab a bottle of this Smart Water. This is the apple flavoured one, and this is part of my switching away from Diet Cokes. Not a significant source of sodium, so we don't really need to worry about that. And by the way, it's sparkling water, so I'd rather be drinking this than Coke in any event. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. These are just a few examples of things that I'll eat in a day. More of these can come soon if you'd like that. But yeah, here I am just cutting up my lovely pizza and putting a hell of a lot of spinach on it. Tell me what you'd like to see next and leave your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay fabulous. I'll see you next time. Bye.